An old monk once asked his disciple, "How much is 1 hour of your life worth?" The young man replied without thinking, "I don't know, master." The monk closed his eyes and said, "Then you've already lost it. Today, you're going to discover why most people reach the end of their lives feeling empty, and how a simple shift in perspective can transform every second you still have left. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will forever change your relationship with time. Welcome to Zen Wisdom Stories. I'm your guide on this journey through ancient wisdom, and today we're talking about something everyone has, but almost no one knows how to use well: time. For more than 20 years, I've studied Eastern teachings, and if there's one lesson that keeps appearing, it's this: we don't value what we have until it's gone. And with time, we always realize it too late. But today will be different. Today, you'll learn 3 timeless Zen lessons that masters once taught their disciples. Teachings so powerful that they completely changed how they lived each day. I'm not here to give you complicated theories or abstract philosophy. I'm here to share real stories that have been passed down through generations, because inside them lies the key to living a life without regret. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and prepare to look at your life with new eyes. The first story, The Merchant and the Hourglass. Let me take you back to the year 1615, to a small monastery in the mountains of Japan. There lived Master Hakuin, one of the most respected Zen monks of his time. One day, a wealthy merchant arrived. He was in his 40s, elegantly dressed, rings on his fingers, but stress etched on his face. He knelt before the master and said, "Master Hakuin, I've worked my whole life. I have 3 successful businesses, 2 houses, and a beautiful family, but I feel empty. My days are filled with meetings, problems, and chasing more money. When will I finally be able to rest? When will I get to enjoy everything I've worked for?" Hakuin didn't answer immediately. He stood up, walked to a shelf, and took an old hourglass. He placed it in front of the merchant. "Do you see the falling sand? Each grain is a moment of your life. Tell me, how many grains do you think you have left?" The merchant shifted uncomfortably. "I don't know, master." "Exactly," Hakuin replied. "And because you don't know, you live as if you had infinite grains. Let me show you something." He flipped the hourglass. "This hourglass empties in exactly 1 hour. During this hour, I want you to sit here in silence and simply watch the sand fall. Nothing else." The merchant agreed, thinking it would be easy. But after 10 minutes, he grew restless. After 20, he was anxious. By 40, each second felt like an eternity. When the final grain fell, tears filled his eyes. "What have you learned?" Hakuin asked. "Master, I've never felt an hour so long. Every grain reminded me that the moment would never return. And I realized something painful. I've let years of sand fall without even noticing. I've wasted thousands of hours worrying, chasing things that don't matter, delaying what I truly want to do." Hakuin smiled compassionately. "Now you understand. Time is not valuable when you have a lot of it. Time becomes valuable when you become aware of every moment that passes." The first Zen lesson: time doesn't exist in the future. It only exists now. How many times have you said, "I'll do it later, when I have time, someday"? Every moment you spend waiting for the perfect moment is a grain of sand falling unnoticed. And once the hourglass empties, there is no way to flip it back. If you knew you only had 5 years left, would you keep living the same way? The second story, Linji, the rebel monk. Now, what I'm about to share is even more powerful. In 12th century China, there was a strict monastery known for its discipline. Monks meditated for hours in total silence, following rigid routines every day. But one young monk, Linji, was different. While others meditated, he walked through the forest. While others fasted, he cooked and shared food with villagers. While elders studied ancient texts, he played with children. Other monks complained, "Linji is wasting his time. He's not following the teachings. He's not a true monk. One day, the master summoned Linji. Everyone expected him to be punished or expelled. But instead, the master asked, "Linji, the others say you waste your time. What do you say to that?" Linji answered calmly, "Master, they spend 10 hours meditating to find a single moment of peace. I spend 10 hours living in constant peace. Who uses their time better?" The master raised an eyebrow. "Explain. When I walk in the forest, every step is meditation. When I cook, each movement is a prayer. When I play with children, I learn more about enlightenment than in 1,000 old texts. Other monks live waiting for the day they finally reach peace. I live peace in every moment. They have one life. I have 1,000 lives inside one." After a long silence, the master said, "You've understood what most people never do. Time's value is not measured by how long it is, but by how much life you put into it. The second Zen lesson is not about having more time. It's about putting more life into the time you have. Eating with your phone in your hand? Lost moment. Eating with full attention, savoring every bite? A meaningful experience. Same minutes, two completely different lives. Presence changes everything. Personal confession. Let me be honest with you. For years, I lived on autopilot. Always busy. Always thinking of the next task. My kids would talk to me, and I'd answer without listening. My wife shared her day, and I nodded while thinking of work. Then my father got sick. The doctors said he had only months left. In those months, everything changed. Every conversation became sacred. Every silence meaningful. There was no later, only now. When he passed away, I cried. But not only for his death. I cried for all the times I had been with him, but not present with him. That pain changed me and led me deeper into Zen teachings, where I discovered what the masters already knew. Every moment with the people you love is irreplaceable. Once it passes, it's gone forever. The third story, the emperor who ran out of time. The final story is the most powerful. In 1368, during the Ming Dynasty, Emperor Hongwu was dying. He had ruled for 30 years with absolute power. He had conquered lands, built palaces, and amassed unimaginable wealth, but none of it mattered now. He called his trusted advisor and whispered, "I've been the most powerful man in the empire. I had everything a man could want. But now that death approaches, I realize there's one thing I never had: time for myself." His advisor frowned. "Majesty, you lived more than 60 years. "No," Hongwu said. "I survived 60 years. But how many moments did I truly live? How many mornings did I wake up without obligations? How many afternoons did I spend simply watching the world? When was the last time I laughed without worries?" He paused to catch his breath. "I spent my life chasing power, believing it would give me freedom, but power only gave me more burdens. And now that I finally could rest, I have no time left." With tears in his eyes, the advisor asked, "What can I do for you, your majesty?" "Nothing. It's too late for me. But do one thing. Tell my story. Tell everyone that an emperor with the whole world at his feet would trade it all for one more conscious day of life, for one more hour to hug his children without worry, for one moment to feel the sun on his face again." He closed his eyes and whispered his final words. "Time is priceless only when you realize you have none left." The third Zen lesson: stop postponing your happiness. How many times have you said, "I'll be happy when I make more money, when I retire, when the kids grow up, when this problem is solved"? That's the biggest trap, because there will always be another problem, another goal, another excuse to delay your peace. Happiness is not a place you arrive at in the future. It's a way of traveling, a way of living now. 3 Zen practices you can start today. 1. The sand grain meditation. Every morning, think, This day is a gift. I will live it consciously. One thought, huge difference. 2. The ritual of presence. Choose one daily activity, breakfast, coffee, walking your dog, and do it with total attention. No phone, no distractions, just presence. 3. The Emperor's question. Every night ask yourself, if today had been my last day, would I be at peace with how I lived? Not to judge yourself, but to awaken yourself. We've reached the end of this journey, but truly this is just the beginning. Now you have something you didn't have 30 minutes ago. Awareness. You know that every moment counts. You know it's not about having more time, but living fully in the time you have. You know the present is where happiness lives. The old monk was right. If you don't know how much your time is worth, you've already lost it. But now you do, and that knowledge is your greatest treasure. Bring this wisdom into your life. Share it with those you love. Apply it every day. And if these stories touched your heart, if you want more wisdom like this in your life, subscribe to this channel. I share new Zen teachings every week to help you live with more peace and purpose. Remember, your time is finite, but the love you can give, the joy you can experience, the life you can live in each moment, that is infinite. The hourglass is still falling, but now you're watching every grain, and that changes everything. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video. Namaste.